Take it up a notch.
Minis.
Welcome to minisode 4 on getting you ready for school for 2026.
Mhm.
Wow.
So in this one, we're talking a digital planner.
Yes.
If a digital planner is your jam.
Yeah. All right.
So,
well, what do you do?
Yeah, you first. Alrighty. So I've tried a few things over the years. I remember years ago there was an awesome app, and my favorite thing on this app was you could put in all your lessons, link to your lessons if you needed to. But then if something happened, you could just bump it. It was cool. Just bump it up and it moved all your lessons along. Best feature. If anyone's listening, bring it back. I've done it 2 ways more recently with the tools that we have available. So one is using my calendar.
Yep.
So Google
That's
Calendar
exactly what
in
I do.
this instance. All right, well, maybe I'll let you talk about that one.
Yeah.
Because the other way I don't mind doing it is generally I'm working with upper primary. So, when you walk into the classroom and I'll have up on the screen what's happening for the day, just like your visual timetables on the wall for your little ones. But I just tend to put it on the screen. And then I link whatever I need to that slide.
We do that too. So we have a slide deck that's our weekly planner. So
Yep.
back in the day, you'd do your day book or that kind of thing, and then
Yeah.
that evolved into a Google Doc that you'd link
Yep.
to the program.
Yep.
But now it's evolved again, and we have a slide deck, and it's got our timetable on it.
Mhm.
And yes, it's linking to the slides that we need for that
Yep.
lesson or for that chunk of time. And then we show that to the students, and we've got a link to our prayer circle
Yep.
slides for our songs that we pick and our prayers. And then it's a visual, and they can
Yep.
see. And we've got an icon that we've made for each subject
Yep.
or for different events that are on. And then we handwrite if there's changes to routine on there. That's really handy.
You
But that's all.
handwrite.
Well, like type.
Oh.
Like we either have, it's usually a set template of the timetable with the pictures and links to the program or links to the slides, but sometimes you have to delete and edit.
Yes.
As you know, school
Yep.
events constantly are changing.
Mhm.
But that's one we've made ourselves. Another one that I love to do is I love making a grade book in Google Sheets. I think you've seen my grade book before.
Yeah, beautiful.
I do love a colour code. I must admit, I did download it initially from Paid Teachers, but I've evolved it myself over time. But one of my favourite parts of it is a tab for each of my KLAs, even for our reports. We
Mhm.
have the learner capabilities and all of that. I've made it all up with ticker boxes. I love a drop down.
I love a drop down too.
With the
Yep.
grades and I've even added over time A/B. Sometimes you need to have that in your head, even though the final grade can't be that, but it's sort
Yeah.
of in between.
Yeah, A.5,
Yeah.
B.5, that kind of.
But then, because it can be a busy Google Sheet with so much information on it, the find tool, Command F on my app or Shift or
Yep.
Control to find different things in it is really handy.
Mhm.
But I love to color code it for each KLA that matches my timetable.
Yeah.
Some things just never change. The other thing that I've loved is at the top, I've done it that you can tilt the text
Yes.
and have it on a
Yeah, it
diagonal.
looks so professional.
It came like that when I downloaded the template, and everyone asked me how to do it. But it's literally this button here, the A
The text
with
rotation.
and you can change the rotation of the text, and then it automatically merges. When you
Yeah,
type in the
sends
box,
it off on a
it's still
45-degree angle.
yeah, and then it just makes it
Isn't that
much
funny? I have
easier
used
to
that
see.
button many times for making vertical text, but
Yeah.
I've never even thought to make it go
Yeah.
45. So.
But just adding the drop down, it's such a game changer in
And it
Sheets, and
looks
Docs
so
have it now
tidy.
too. Yeah, and you can color code it so you can quickly see your A to E or your effort grades. You can edit it.
Mhm.
That's good old conditional formatting for the colors, isn't it? Yeah.
Yep.
And then data validations for the other stuff. Yeah. But that's one of my go-tos.
Yeah, I would definitely do the same for a grade book.
Yeah. And then it's collaborative. So we used to have 2 of our classes together on
Mhm.
one. We've changed it to because it was too much.
Yeah.
So now we all have our own, but it's all on our Google Drive.
If they're all the same format, then it would be reasonably easy to do a whole cohort.
Yeah.
And, just copy and it's all the same.
Yeah, and so I made a blank one because I'm not on class next year. They're like, please Claire, share us your template. So I made a blank one. But what's good is if you're on the same grade again, you can remember all of what your assessment tasks were. So I left that bit in, and it even leaves all of the drop downs, but I just delete it so it's clear.
Yeah.
And then it's all fresh, and you add your new class to it. So that's one of my
Beautiful.
faves.
It is lovely.
But if you feel like spending not much money, Paid Teachers is a gold mine for great stuff. for digital planners. There's a lot on there. A good friend of mine, I'll shout out to Mrs. Presley, ICT. She it was my coach when I did the Innovator program, and she's done an incredible job beginning her own business, and she has a lot of great resources. I've seen she's got a Google Sheets planner for 2025. I'm assuming she'll put out a new one, but it is linked with New Zealand curriculum because that's where
Okay.
she's from, which is fair enough. But she set it all up for you. So you've got weekly planning links, a term overview, maths planner, reading planner, writing planner, like monthly calendars with to-do lists, all sorts of stuff. So if you just want something, you download your base.
Yep.
And then you can edit it as you like. There's a lot of really cool ones on there for you.
Well, and then I'll do a shout out to, I don't know this lady, but she's very active online and has been for years. Her name's Beck from Talk and Chalk.
Oh, yeah.
And she every year has been putting out a OneNote digital planner. And from the interaction she gets online, lots of people seem to be using it, asking for it every year. She gives it out for free.
That's awesome.
Very community minded.
Yeah,
So,
if you join the Facebook pages, you can get a lot of cool free stuff. It's very helpful, time
so
saving.
there's lots out there if a digital planner is something that you're interested in.
Yeah, but calendar, I think we touched on it before.
Oh, yeah. So I think calendar's really useful.
Yes,
because
it's
it
more
links,
to organise your time, I guess.
yeah, links so easily to your Google Drive. I think maybe for our secondaries, I don't know, would you put up day plan? You know, if you weren't having to make a day plan
Well-
for the kids, would you be better off just going straight to calendar for yourself if the day book was only
Well,
for
see,
yourself?
I guess secondary have their timetable, and then that's like their thing. And my
Yes.
boys use Compass
Yeah.
to check theirs constantly.
Yeah.
So
So they wouldn't need another thing up on the screen as such.
no, they
so
have
the
that
teachers-
already. I remember when we were at school, you physically got the paper copy of it and you stuck it in your diary.
Yeah.
And I did that for them when they started year 7, but they constantly just check their phones, or
Yeah.
they've got it saved as a bookmark on their
Mm.
device. So they're looking at that, but their school has come down hard. There's gone off on a tangent with mobile phone use for
I was
next
just
year.
thinking when you said about
And
check your phone.
because my son's gotten in trouble before he's like, I'm just looking at where I'm going because
Get your Google sticks out, mate.
yeah. Well, see, the problem is sometimes there is room changes because the school's having a lot of building.
Ah.
And in the morning when I got my younger son in the habit of packing his bag, and I'm like, okay, let's look at Compass and check, and then there'll be room changes, so you wouldn't know.
Wow.
Yeah,
that
'cause-
feels like a lot to manage as a young
No, I
person.
don't. He's done well. It's hard.
Do they
but-
have homeroom? Do they do
They call it gem. Yeah. So they do. Yeah, so they have that.
to get because I remember homeroom was when they read out the front
Yes,
copy
do you remember
handwritten
that? Yes.
messages.
From all the I know, and this class captain would read it out.
Oh, how old am I?
90s. But yeah, they've had a thing. They have to literally put their phone in I don't know if it's a locker or a bag, but they can just use their computer. But it's not as easy as grabbing it on your phone. But
There
we'll
you
take
go.
them out of that habit. But yeah, so I think there's lots of different ways that you can help set yourself up for the year.
Right. Well, yeah, heaps. What have you got? Something like a Google Sheet or similar with links to the resources you need for the day. Something like Google Calendar. I think that even would be particularly handy if you were in a role that was sometimes on, sometimes off class.
Yes,
you know?
and I know in our old role when we wanted people to book in time with us, we set up the calendar booking link. So, and I still use it because sometimes people want to make a time for me to come into the classroom with them. And so I've set up my hours, the slots
So
of
they can
time.
see.
It's all through Google Calendar. It's very handy. Yeah. I blocked it out for the
Handy too
holidays.
if all your colleagues are using a calendar. 'cause
And
then
we
you
had
can
our shared one.
see
Yeah, it was
if
good.
people are busy or not. You know, you're not walking all the way to their office if they're in a meeting. So,
Yes, it is very handy.
That is handy.
Yes.
so those are the options. Of course, there's all your paper planners too, but not what we
Canva, I think, have a lot of templates too,
do. They?
Yeah, for stuff like that. Yeah.
To print though, or to
Well, obviously it'd be just a digital version.
do they open in like then your planners
Canva.
in Canva?
Yeah.
Yeah. See,
It's
I
not
don't
as
know.
nice,
Yeah, I think and
It
if
just
you were
looks pretty.
if you
Or
were
you could do
in-
it on your iPad and stuff too, couldn't you, with your pen?
Yes. Now I know people that use OneNote that do that.
Yeah.
They can annotate and things straight on with their pen on a tablet.
But yeah.
I suppose that's another consideration is what you'll be accessing.
Yeah, it
with.
depends on the device and the system that you're using. But you could definitely use Canva to find some very pretty planners.
Yeah, if you want them to
if you
look
want them.
nice.
But or if you have an iPad or a tablet of some sort with a pen you can definitely use it that way too.
Yep.
Depends. I know I've downloaded GoodNotes before,
Yeah.
and I quite like that because you can have like do lists and stuff on that. But I much prefer the Google way because it's
Yeah.
all linked within.
Yep.
Yeah, like we've been talking about
Yeah, if
before.
you're going to be linking into your program, you want to use
And
the
your
same
docs and your tasks
same
and all that stuff.
platform as what you're using your programming resources in.
Yeah.
So,
All right. Well, I hope that you can use that for yourself to find some tips for your back to school
Yeah.
digital planning
if you're
needs.
bye.
See ya.
Take it up a notch.
Minis.